Hey, family, greetings, greetings, greetings. It is always a pleasure to be here in front of you guys one more time, one more time, one more time. We're going to be short tonight because I'm not feeling well at all. I am achy, I'm nauseated, I'm tired. So we're not going to be here in front of you long. I'm trying to wait for a few people. Hello, hello to the two that are watching. I am about to just do a little disclaimer. We're going to do just a little warning about the movie before we start discussing it. If you have seen the movie Sloppy Seconds, um, if you have not, excuse me, seen the movie Sloppy Seconds, it is a movie that a lot of us in narcissistic abuse can relate to. Hey, Anthony, it's a movie that all of us can relate to a little bit, some of it, some of us more than others. It's just so many people that have been through. Hey, AJ, it's so many people that have been through narcissistic abuse. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. So I wanted to really just talk about the movie. Like I said, if you have not seen it, hey El Boogie, hey Kanita. If you have not seen the movie and you are not healed, I don't advise that you go and see the movie. But we are going to talk about it. It is a trigger. Some of the things in the movie did trigger me because I could feel this young lady's pain. um, Thank you, Christina. You look beautiful as well in your picture, sis. You looking good, looking healed. I love it. I love it. I miss all of y'all. It seems like every time it's time for me to come on, I'm not feeling well. Well, I'm not feeling well. My whole body hurts, but like the doctor said, this is a long process. So this is something that I have a lot of chemo to get out of my body, and I'm not feeling well. So, like I said, we're not going to be um amongst you long, but I did want to. When I looked at this movie, I had to watch it twice because I kept saying, okay, this is definitely a narcissistic movie. This is a movie with plenty of narcissists, with plenty of toxic relationships throughout from beginning to end. From girlfriends to boyfriends to family members to from maids to everything. Everybody was toxic. So that was something that I basically wanted to discuss. Thank you, Kanita J, for your love. So I wanted to discuss that and once again do a disclaimer. So if you are not healed, please do not watch this movie. If you are healed, then you will find some of the things in this movie to bother you, but you can relate to it. So that's the blessing upon this. So before we get started, I'm going to introduce Sharon, who is my beautician. She is chiming in. Thank you, AJ. Oh my goodness, I love you. I love you. And I my cousin Jackie, a lot of you do already know her. She has been on here time and time again. But we decided we just wanted to do a panel and talk about this movie. I think with them watching this movie, a lot of it they started to understand what I was going through. And I think that when you are a victor of narcissistic abuse, it is traumatizing. But once you start to heal and you begin to help others, I just felt it. I felt it, not just because it was a movie and the people put the skits together, but this is more than a skit because for you to be able to make a movie like this, you had to go through something. You had to go through something. This was not something where you said, "Oh, we're gonna make this movie." So you had to have been through something in your life with a narcissist in order to be able to have this movie and be able to look at this movie. Yes, yes, these are my beautiful ladies, ain't it, Ra? Yeah, it is good to see them. So it's just wonderful. It's wonderful to have the support system or a support system. And then as I got to know all of you guys, it was definitely overwhelming that I had so much love and we all heal together. So I think most of you all have been through narcissistic abuse and you already know what it is. So we don't always talk about narcissistic abuse on this channel because I'm gonna be clear and I'm gonna be straight up with you. I get tired of hearing about it. I get tired of talking about a narcissist. I get it. Sometimes you got to talk about the healing point. Hey, Giant Slayer, my favorite. I love you, bruh. So sometimes you're going to talk about the healing part and what you do going forward. But with this movie, which is Sloppy Seconds. If somebody can put it in the chat, Sloppy Seconds on Tubi was very, I could relate. Like I said, I could relate to it. It hit home for me, a lot of the scenes. So what I'm going to do, since we're not going to be on here long, is I have questions that I want to ask the ladies, and then they can come in with what they thought. So to me, I'm gonna go with Sharon is working, so I'm gonna do her last on each question. So I'm gonna go in with Jackie, my cousin, and just see what she had to say about the most part of the movie that she could relate to. And what was the most part of the movie that you could relate to, Jack?
Um, so for me, I'm not gonna say I really could relate to it, but I do have close people around me that been in a similar situation. It may have not been as bad, but so it kind of hit for me because again, like, I have a real close friend that is dealing with something, what you experienced, just some of my coworkers, hearing them talk. So the movie really just kind of made me sit back and just look at their situation and have more understanding, because to be honest with you, I didn't have an understanding on everything. Like, I heard about narcissism, and narcissists, and kind of read on it a little bit, but I didn't really get into that until, being right there with you, going through what you're going through, and then having people around me kind of go through it. So I started to educate myself. So with this movie, the movie to me was very, very, very disturbing and heartbreaking. My initial thought when I first saw the movie, I said something's missing, because I didn't quite understand, like, this beautiful, successful woman, why is she attracted to this disrespectful man? Because he was disrespectful from the jump. Most men, they put on a mask, right? So they are not coming straight out the gate disrespectful. Like, that's months or years down the line. But he was disrespectful from the beginning. So I didn't understand, what do you like about him? Like, what is it? Because he talking crazy to you already, and you walked off and came back to give him your phone number. So I didn't understand that. So as I'm watching the movie and, you know, um, just watching it, because I had to watch it 3 times to kind of really get.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. So when the dad, his mask fell off, and I think she was the maid, Sandy. I think that was her name.
Hmm.
She started spilling and telling everything. It came to light. That's why Keisha was attracted to this man, because that life was created for her. She was going through
Hmm.
abuse. Her whole life is a lie. You know,
Hmm.
dark secret, family secrets, dad touching and abusing her. So I felt like, okay, so now it makes sense why she was attracted to this type of person. So I don't know, that movie is very, it's kind of hard to watch. It's very hard to watch. And the person who wrote this film, like you said, either experienced it or somebody close to her is going through it. That's a real life situation.
Or him.
Or him. Yeah, or him, because men do, it's not all
Mhm.
about the women. But yeah, that movie, and again, like you said, if you're not healed and you're still, I would say don't watch it. But yeah, that movie was tough.
Hey, Keisha Spady. Keisha Spady said hello.
I
Yes, Christina said familiar spirits gets us. It does. That's something that she was used to, as we call it, generational curse. That was something that she was used to seeing. She was used to being abused, and that turned her on when he talked to her that way.
Yeah.
Sharon, I know you're busy, but what could you relate to about the movie? Wait a minute, baby, you muted. Wait a minute.
I unmute me, girl.
Okay.
I can't say that I have ever experienced anything like that. Not to that degree.
Okay.
Mine was more so manipulative. He
Mhm.
was very manipulative,
Mhm.
and he was a great liar. He was just really, really good at lying
Mhm.
until he was doing it so much that he made that one mistake,
Hmm.
and that's when everything just hit the fan. But as far as that movie, girl,
So you don't think Keisha was being manipulated?
yes, she was. That's what
Hmm.
I'm saying.
Hmm.
That part I can relate to. She was being manipulated in every direction, you know. And like I say, I had to go back and watch it the second time because I was shocked at the dad and the mother. But in the beginning, I could see something wasn't right with the mother, you know. And I thought the dad was just
For one,
overprotective.
she looked like she was 30.
She was
Yeah,
young to be. I thought that too. I was like, wait a minute.
to be her
The,
mother, she looked young as I don't know
Oh,
what.
yeah, she
right,
But
looked
see, the
old.
mother was going through the same thing she was going through,
Yeah,
right,
so she couldn't go to her mom and talk about it, you know, because
right.
the mom was going through the same exact thing.
yeah,
Okay.
But yeah, that movie, if you have experienced that and you haven't healed, don't watch it.
yeah. Because it's
You're right, Shelley. Do not watch it because I was laying in
Do
the bed
not
mad,
watch
ready to kill
it.
me a couple of people.
I'm gonna
But
put it in the
yeah,
chat, Christina.
not kill a couple people.
girl, yeah, because
Well, I was yelling
I
at.
can't imagine being treated that way.
Yeah, I was
But
yelling.
Jackie? What would you think that the worst part of the movie was to you?
Whew, okay,
It was a lot of bad parts.
the worst part of the movie to me is when he owed the friend some money and he basically gave her as payment
Hmm.
and he
Yes.
and he, okay, I'm
Yeah,
not
he made her sleep with.
right. I didn't like that. That was that was one. Then the
So
other,
let me narrow it down to people who haven't seen the movie.
okay,
So what she's saying is in the movie he owed, I guess he was a fake drug dealer, whatever,
Yeah.
but he owed two of his friends money. So he made her sleep with his friends so that he wouldn't owe them money,
yeah,
and
that
she did it.
yeah, and he watched
But the
and
worst part to me was the dog. That
Yeah.
did it for
say
me.
that. I
Hey,
was gonna
pretty
say that
woman.
when I saw that, I
Damn, I need to
I
go on
started
that shelf.
I started yelling at the TV because
Yeah.
I wanted to jump in the TV at him. But that was awful. What?
So you got they don't know what you're talking about because they ain't
Oh,
never seen the movie.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting that a lot of people probably didn't see the movie. So, oh God, what he did was he tied her up to the bed. I think he said something like, "I have something for you, a surprise or something like."
Uh huh.
And he brought in this dog, this big nasty dog.
What's the big dog's name?
It's not the Cane
It
Corso.
no,
What?
it was a bull mastiff.
Okay,
Okay, Bull
he
Mastiff.
brought that dog in, and that dog began to
Have sexual relations with her.
right. And
Sodomized.
what got me though is she started to enjoy it. It kind of it messed that part messed me up
Messed me
because
up.
that is a thing,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know that. If you look that up, a lot of people participate in stuff like that. Like a woman was just arrested in another state. I can't think of the state for sleeping with a puppy,
Mhm.
having sex
I've
with.
seen a lady have sex with the horse.
Mhm.
So that is a thing. So like maybe 2 or 3 years
Mm.
ago, I would have laughed at that and it's like, no, that's not true. People don't do that, but that is a
Mm.
thing. So that was the second worst part for me. I just was like, oh, I'm done with him.
Mhm.
Not
But the part about it, not only did you make her sleep with the dog, but you recorded it and put it all over social media.
Social media, yes.
that. Yes, show.
Emailed it to her parents, emailed it to her job, everything with her sleeping with this dog. He just straight devalued her in
Yeah,
every possible way. She lost her job, everything.
Well, hell, her supervisor or manager or whatever, the dad that sold him to those people. Oh my God, sold
it,
her to
Yeah.
those to them. I mean, it was just too much.
that's
Yeah,
what.
so what she's saying is the girl was a lawyer, so she was a very good lawyer.
Hmm.
She had a good job at a law firm, very well law firm. Her father played golf or whatever, or they went to the country club with her boss. So her father was the what was he?
He was
He was high up too.
something in the office, right? Like a congressman
Yeah,
or
he was some
He was
type
a
of
congressman.
congressman.
yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So he didn't want his daughter to lose her job because he went through everything to get her through law school. You could tell that she was very well off. Um, that he took very good care of her when it came to when it came to just being um all right, if somebody is in here, I don't know if I have a I need to get that person out of here. If I have a
Oh, that's
somebody that can remove these comments. But anyway, yeah, so what happened
I
was
can't see no comments, no nothing.
the dad sold the daughter. The dad sold the daughter and that way she wouldn't lose her job. So she had to have sex with her boss and his wife. Yeah, it's a troll.
Sharon, go.
She gonna come back.
Okay.
I need I'm trying to see. There she go.
I don't know what just happened, child.
One minute. Let me see if I can. Okay, ban user and delete their comments. Okay. Um so, every once in a while you'll get those in here. But anyway, and as Christina says, familiar spirit. So we're talking about something sexual, and then somebody comes in the chat and starts talking about chest and boobs, and so
What?
it's all a familiar spirit. It's all in what you allow in your life, and that was a good example. What you allow and watch in your life, and how it can come on you. But we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Amen. We don't want any of that. But however, what was very you're right, it probably was a kid. But what was very annoying to me about the movie was not just the dog, but
Put your hand down.
no. I'm just taking a gel.
how
Thank
she
you.
went
I got it.
into so much to be loved by this boy. And
He had no intentions.
he had no idea.
He saw her
Right.
as a meal ticket from day
That's
one.
it.
Right. And that's what he said. And if you think about it, the narcissist felt that way about us. Most of us, we are very um career oriented women. I know everyone in this chat is. I know that it's amazing, what we accepted. But from day one he called her what? Low
Bitch.
self-esteem, a
Yeah.
fat girl, and she had
Kept
money.
calling her out her names.
Yeah.
That bitch this and that bitch.
Yeah,
No, 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 no,
from
no,
the
And
from the
no.
get from the get-go. That's how
yeah.
when he met her, and that turned her on. She liked it.
Yeah.
She liked it. So it's just, that bothered me, what she went through, and we all found out it was a generational curse. So she was molested by her father. Her mother, who wasn't her mother ended up being the maid,
Mm.
That was
and then
just
the maid ended up
wow.
being her sister. So her mother
Yes.
was her sister. It was just
Ooh, child.
They was
Mm.
just all over the place.
Yeah.
yes, it was. For me, sex is sacred. They know how much betrayal breaks us down. Yeah. So, and the bad part is about the movie, when she had sex with his friends and he sat there and watched, you could tell he was getting mad. And I kept saying, "Oh, he's gonna do something to her." I thought he was gonna beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna beat her because you could tell he was like getting
He
upset. And
said a
then one of his friends was like, "You deserve better. Call me. You deserve better. Everything." But she didn't want him. She
Mm-mm. She
wanted the
wanted
guy
her a
that,
bad boy.
and she was a virgin. So this was the first time that she had actually went through sexual relations in her life, and she spent that time. That's supposed to be special moment, having sex in the
Sacred.
backseat of her
Yeah.
truck.
exactly like a piece of trash,
Like a
basically.
dog.
Yeah.
However, only I would have noticed this.
What you notice?
However, you're a virgin and you in the back seat, but you kind of knew the moves.
Did you see that buck? Did you see the buck?
She
Did you
she
see the
she was
buck in
getting
the back?
down. she was getting down. So the writer kind of messed up on that one, but
Yeah,
we got
Yeah.
yeah, because honey, she knew the
Cause
move.
that arch in her spine, honey,
you don't do that as no beginner.
Right,
hell
because you
no,
don't know
not
what you're
Okay,
doing,
so
and
the right,
she was riding it very well.
she
So
forgot, she went too deep into
get
character.
your hands
right,
down. That's why your hair
right,
always messed up.
right. So
Excuse me, y'all. I'm
that
sorry.
that was a
But
I think they could have wrote that part
She was
a
too.
little different, but it was an awesome movie
Yeah,
if you understand narcissistic abuse, if
yeah.
you understand generational curses, if you understand what you're looking at, because most people couldn't even look through the whole movie.
And I was hearing that. Like I was reading some stuff on Facebook, and I read one comment, and one of the ladies was saying through probably like 10 minutes, and it stick to her stomach that she
she out there.
further because she could relate to a lot of what was happening with the guy just using the girl and calling her out her name, being disrespectful, and Keisha wanting so bad to be loved by him that she was accept like she maxed out her credit card, you know, putting him in jewelry, like, watches, clothes and stuff like that. So
$50,000 American Express.
in the jewelry store, buying him watches, diamonds and stuff.
Wow.
It was
Wow. Yeah.
horrible. It really
But if you
was.
think about it, Keisha never had anybody on her side. So her
Not
best
at
friend
all. Not
was
even her
sleeping with
best
her
friend.
dad. Her mom isn't her mom. Her mom is the maid slash her sister.
Right, right.
Her dad slept with the maid. I mean everybody. Her dad was pimping her out.
Hmm.
So she never got to experience or get out of the situation. She
Right.
never got a chance to pull herself out of that and make herself anew. And that's why I always tell people you have to thank God that we won. You have to thank
Right.
God that we walked away. You have to thank God that we are strong enough to say, no more. We're
Yeah.
not gonna be anybody's punching bag any longer.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do accept anything anymore. Let me see. It says Kanita J says I couldn't watch all of this movie, especially the dog scene. My stomach couldn't handle seeing that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people couldn't, but like I said, it is definitely happens with the dog. That happens. A lot of people engage in strange things.
Yeah.
A lot of people engage in strange things, and I was kind of weary about talking about it, but I did want to be able to express because I wanted people to know that this happens, not just it happened to me, not just it happened um hey Latisse, not that it happened to somebody else, but it happens to a lot of people. Narcissistic abuse is real. Toxic relationships are real, not with just your loved one, but your family. Having a toxic father, a toxic mother. There are plenty of mothers out here. Hey, Ashley Harrison.
I
it,
said she,
it is it is it is definitely um abusive relationships that happen. And I want to just say that if you watch the movie, what? Wait a minute. I hated the narc sick fetches and especially the gay corn. Gay porn? Oh, that's right, because your narcissist was gay. So Kanita is talking about her narcissist was gay and she didn't know he was gay. But she used to always find like gay porn up on TV or on the computer or
oh,
whatever. So she went through that and that bothered her. So this girl, and like I said, we win. We got out. And Keisha did not win. Keisha did not get out because Keisha kind of held court on her own.
yeah.
Keisha did not get a chance to get the healing that we got. Keisha did not get a chance to sit down and say, I want to better myself and start my career over in a different state and become a lawyer in a different state and forget about what happened there. Keisha committed suicide. So Keisha is Christina said my ex is gay too. I found his dating site. Thank God he didn't give me anything. Y'all know what they say about narcissists. Most of them, honey, they try anything. They trisected.
So
They
now
would sleep with anybody.
gay, her husband gay.
Her ex was gay
Oh,
too. So Kanita and Christina's ex, both of them were gay.
oh wow.
Hmm. So when you find out something like that, but just thank God you got out. Thank God
Right.
you got out. Thank God you got out. So is
I can hear you.
you can't? We can hear you.
I did. I'm not muted.
Now she muted, but
I muted her.
we can
We can hear you.
we
I
can hear you.
can't hear nothing.
You gotta go out and come back.
I have to go in and come back in. I did that twice.
Okay.
She said I did that twice. So yeah, it's like I felt for this young lady. Is it another part that may have bothered you, Jack?
Um the whole movie really, but what really just hurt my feelings is that, like you said, she kind of took her life into her own hands and took the killed herself instead of, like you said, going to another state and starting over to try to rebuild herself again. So I didn't like that part, that's how it ended for everybody, either suicide. Well, she killed somebody, killed the dad, she killed the dad, or Sandy killed the dad, then Sandy killed herself, and then the other mom who she told was her
No,
mom.
the dad killed Sandy.
Okay, so
He shot her.
okay,
She killed the dad.
okay,
The
so
mom killed herself in the car.
right, so Keisha shot him.
I can't hear nothing.
That just was the heartbreaking
But you
part.
screaming.
I don't know if they can hear me or not.
We
So yeah, I mean, and if y'all have questions, we will take questions as well. But it's just the point that it is very bothersome.
yeah,
And I'm a mute her mic again, but it is very bothersome because it happens, and I wish they would have changed the plot where that it showed where Didi said, "Hey, Sharana, Jackie,"
hey,
where it showed where Keisha moved to a different state. Can,
Can't hear.
can you still can't hear?
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
I can't hear y'all.
We can hear you.
Shelly got me muted.
No,
Uh,
I don't.
You don't? Well, I don't know.
How you hear me when I said I don't?
I can't read lips, girl. You know I'm half cross-eyed.
But yeah. So it's more so like I'm gonna mute your mic again. But it's more so like I wish they would have changed it. Can you hear now?
It say, oh my goodness. I don't know.
oh, she just got to leave and come back. I had to do that.
I
But
wish they would have changed it where that hey Patrice Jones, I wish they would have changed it where that they would have saw she would have not done that,
right,
moved somewhere else, got herself together and show how you can bloom and blossom after
right,
abuse, how you can bloom instead of just taking your life.
because
Because I know most of us would have been down in the dumps, depressed about what we were going through, what we had been in. I wish they could have just showed a better episode of that part, um, with her just blooming as a young girl. Now she's a lawyer. Now she's a counselor, helping other people that went through instead of just giving up.
yeah, I think that's why I do feel like the writer who wrote um this is a situation that's close. And I do believe, and this is just me being on in the Tubi group on Facebook, getting all the good movies and stuff, like they talk about stuff like that. A lot of people that was from Detroit were saying that this is a real thing. Like this happened. They believe, if not to her, but someone close to her. So maybe the reason why it ended that way is because that's really what happened. She just didn't change. She didn't change the whole, narrative of the movie. But I don't know. It's just sad. And then, yeah, it was sad. It was very, very sad. Cause like I said, when I first started watching it, I couldn't understand, like, what is this successful, beautiful girl attracted to this bum? He's disrespectful. Like
That's
I would
all
have kept,
she knew.
but that's what she wanted because of, all the lies and the abuse that she was what was happening to her when she was young. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, I don't know, that movie, it's bringing awareness too that um it happens, because like a lot of people don't, either they don't believe it or they just don't know that this is really happening, because I'm
Right.
guilty of that. Like in the beginning, just kind of like when someone would tell me, oh, they're in a domestic situation, and not your situation, but prior to, and someone would say that to me, my response would be like, why don't you just leave? Like, how hard is it to get out of the situation?
Right.
So, being there in your situation and then other people that's close to me dealing with it is not as easy as what I thought it was. So I
Right.
have a different respect and a different, um, I don't know. It just really bothers me now. Like just understanding it a little more. I have a different level of respect for the women that have to tolerate and deal with this. And I'm just proud of each and every one of the ladies and men that are on here tonight that have overcome this, and able to. I can't see the comments, so I'm kind of feeling a little Ray Charles to that. I'm looking around like what's it? But yeah, so that you're able to overcome, and you're here today, able to
Mm-hmm.
type in the chat and
Mm-hmm.
speak about it, and shed light and help other people, because there's a lot of other women that are going through it. Like I talk to a girl almost every week, and no, I'm not an expert in this or whatever. I'm listening to her, trying to be supportive to her, and I want to send her your way. Her name is Latrice, but she dealing with it. Stuff that she tell me, I just sit there on the phone and I don't know what to say.
Right.
I
You
don't,
be amazed.
because I'm just like, what? Like she told me not too long ago that they don't do anything, they're not intimate and nothing like that. So she said she brought it up to him, and he said, oh, you just mad because I want to touch your fat ass. Whew, that sent me somewhere else. I just said, say what? Like, say it again. And he laughed about it. And she said it hurt her feelings, but she just, turned around and went and slept on the couch. And I asked her, I said, well, and then she doesn't have family. Like her mom, her dad, her sister, they died. So she has a brother that lives in Chicago. So she's basically here by herself. And she told me that she's afraid, because she doesn't have anybody, and he is all she knows. So it's just hard to hear. It's very, very it's just hard. And she tells me all the time, like, she want to leave, but she just don't know what step to take. What's the first step to take? And I'm like, I'm just kind of like listening to her, but I don't really know what to say because it's kind of shocking.
Right. Right. Latice Didi said, Zach lady is not easy. Some people have different reasons of why they stay. Some people love their narcissists.
Yeah.
Some people love them, and they I know I did. I wanted to do counseling. I wanted to do everything I could to help, but I didn't help me. So sometimes, and we all did, we had to push past and press on, and now we are in these groups, helping each other, and we have a new family. Hey, Machula. We have a new family, and it's like we are all here helping each other so that we won't go over the edge, and that means everything to me, is that I have you guys when I'm feeling weary. Hey, Mended Mahogany, I have you guys when I'm feeling weary, because we have all been there. You think that it's easy. It's not easy. Do y'all think it was easy for us to be abused? No, it's
Yeah.
not easy. Actually, it's pretty embarrassing. It's pretty embarrassing, but we held on as long as we could. Christina said, I've never experienced the love of a good man. Praying a lot now. Hey, I said that about a couple of months ago. I said, I feel like I'm 50. I just turned 53 in October, and I don't know what it feels to be loved besides from my dad. I don't know how it feels for a man to love me. I don't know. So, I have to learn that, and I want to, hopefully before I get 100, experience it. I want to experience that love. I want to feel that love. But with the way that I move, and I have trust issues, I might not ever experience it. But I can say that I'm here, and I am so wise now. And it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for a man to just pull a willy over my eyes.
I know
So,
that's oh,
so
that's
hey, it is definitely going to be tough. But if he loves me, he'll understand and stick in there. He don't need to know my business, because we are all taught, and I think everybody on here, Christina, Machula, all of you guys already know, we don't tell our business to a man that we first meet. We don't tell them anything about being abused. We don't tell them anything about what we went through, because that's how they prey on us. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to go through that. They don't need to know that until they
so
really are getting to know
okay.
us.
That's what I'm gonna ask. When do you disclose that information and have that talk?
When you stop seeing red flags, because see, Keisha, she saw the red flag on day one,
Him.
first conversation.
Yeah, when he first tried to get her attention, everything that came out his mouth was a red flag.
Right.
Everything. He
Mhm.
said nothing that was good at all. So
That part, that part. So I mean, it's like I don't know. Do you guys have any other part that you want to
so the best friend, let's talk about her for a second.
Right.
She had me fooled. I mean, the
Oh, the
best friend,
best friend, right?
she did it for me. Cause I really was on her side. Like when she was first talking to Keisha, like, I know you're not gonna, you know, consider him and this and that. I'm like, okay, so here you are with your best friend in your corner, trying to tell you that he's no good. She just telling you like, no, he's disrespectful. Don't do it. And then that thing lift her head from under the covers. She in there with the daddy.
Wait a minute, not just the daddy,
Yeah.
Oh, it was somebody else because I missed that one.
his receptionist.
The receptionist. It was her, the receptionist, and the dad in the bed.
Wait a minute.
You forgot.
I
You better
forgot.
go back and
The
watch
dad
that
was
again.
sleeping with the receptionist, secretary, whatever she is.
I think
So
I
it was all the
was
best friend and the receptionist was in the bed with the dad.
And the girl kept calling, Keisha kept
She
calling
cut
her
the
mom.
light off.
She thought it was her mom in the bed with them. And then the best friend
Christina
poked her
said
head
during her
out.
love bombing stage, she told everything. Yeah, we all do. When we first meet these clowns, and we get to looking at how charming they are, and they get to saying, we start talking. Oh, I would never treat you that way. Ain't that what they said? Or they hit you with the you're just beautiful. Oh, y'all know how I feel about that word. You're
Oh
just
yeah.
beautiful. That's the first sign right there. Jackie Betty, young lady, is blessed to have you, even though you. Wait a minute. Jackie Betty, young lady, is blessed to have you, even though you don't know what to say to her. But just being here, it means a lot. Yeah, when someone is going through something, listening is the first thing. And let me tell you something. I wore Jackie out.
oh
I know she used to pick up her phone and be like, "Oh God, it's cuz again."
no, no, because I feel like you know how we do, and you did not bother me. You did not one bit. I promise you, you did not. I just wanted to understand, and I just how I felt. I was like, "Are you sure he did what?" Because I could not believe it.
Girl,
Mhm.
But
I was in disbelief too.
Mm.
let me tell you something, Sharon. What
I
got
cried like it was me.
no? Let me tell you when I really knew it was stamped what he was doing is that day I came over there and we were talking
Hmm.
and he hit the table and the wine glass went up in the air and I jumped like,
That's how hard he hit the table.
oh, listen, that right there, I said, oh, okay, yeah. It's
But
true.
it was amazing because like he kind of came towards me and Jackie stood up like, "Are you gonna hit her?" I mean, it was just like wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I think he caught himself because it's
Yeah,
like
I think he caught himself.
somebody else is right
Mhm.
here. But the fact
Right.
he couldn't control it, like he had to kind of reel himself back in.
Hmm.
Because like he didn't care that I was right there, especially when he hit that table and that wine glass flew up and then he got up like he was about to charge towards you. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, no, that's not what we about to do because we gonna move some stuff up in here if you hit her. Like
Exactly.
we gonna fight. We're tearing some stuff up in here. If you put your hands on her, you just got to
Exactly.
beat us both up because we're fighting up in here. If you do that, but I'm just like, wow, because I was still on his side a little bit. Like, are you sure? Really? Not
He
the
Mhm.
had
person.
us all food, child.
Listen, not the guy that being a good meal and making sure you get to the car with your coffee and the newspaper. I mean, just
But Jackie,
uh,
tell Shelly to tell you what I told her. I
what?
told her, I said, I look at your pictures on Facebook. Shelly and I have been friends, shit, 40 years. I looked at them pictures on Facebook. I said, Shelly, I don't mean no harm. That smile is being forced, baby.
Mhm.
That
That
smile is
part.
being forced.
Y'all know we all go through the post for the picture now. Click click. Yes, we all go through that. Mindy Mahogany, who is also a content creator on YouTube, said, "I seen the picture of this on Tubi, but didn't think to watch it. What made you watch it? Because it's a group. Like if you on Facebook, and it'll tell you about Tubi movies that are interesting. So when I went to it, it was like this is a must watch, And I was like, well, let me watch it. And when I watched it, I was in disbelief. I mean, I was like, wow, somebody hit it on the head. I said, oh, somebody done been through this. Somebody, they hit it on the head.
Yeah,
They hit it on the head when it comes to narcissistic abuse. They hit it on the head when it comes to the trauma bond, the devaluation. They hit it on the head when it came to the gaslighting.
yeah,
Everything that had to do with narcissism, they hit it on the head.
yeah,
All the way down to the parents being narcissists. I mean, they hit it on the head. And excellent job. However, it's triggering. Like I said, it's not triggering if you're healed. You kind of look at it going, "Ooh, I thank God, huh? Hallelujah, that I got up out of there." But it's very triggering. It is very triggering. It bothered me at first, and I was like, "I gotta look at this again. This gonna have to be a discussion because this movie is deep."
So what
It
part
was.
really triggered you? What part was it that you?
The triggering was the not working, and I'm out working hard, and then you come home and you're sitting there playing a game or looking at TV, and or spent all the money that's supposed to be the bill money, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, well, I know you're gonna take care of it like you always do, babe."
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, bro, no.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that was triggering. It was also triggering the smacks, like whatever she say something that wasn't right, smack. So
Hmm.
who could be your friend? You know what I'm saying? Who the isolation as he started to isolate her from her family, he didn't like her friends. So as you seen the shift, she started to isolate herself. She
Yeah,
wasn't being around her best friend anymore. She couldn't even meet the girl for breakfast. She was late.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So the friend was like, I hope this lateness, we always have breakfast together. That now this time you're late. So after the best friend deleted his phone number out of her phone. So she was trying to warn her then that he wasn't any good. But we always turn to the ones that's not good for us. We always turn to the ones. But the bad part that I didn't understand about her was usually we, as in women of our caliber, we usually turn to the men and say, we don't do the bitch word. I didn't do the bitch word. Why? Whoa, whoa. If you don't call your mama no bitch, you don't call me no bitch.
Yeah,
Excuse my French.
yeah,
But I didn't do the bitch word. I didn't do the bitch word. So it was certain things that I was like, God, he used. I think that's what she thought her name was.
right. Because he much.
I mean, all day. That's totally what he called her all day. But it's a very interesting movie. Hey, Hey, how are you? How you doing, Allison? No, no, you're fine. Yeah, but you have to be able to look at it because I know Mindy Mahogany, you say you're gonna watch it. You have to be able to look at it and understand that you got past it, that you got through it, and that you won. In my Connie Bonds voice, we win.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to understand that you won. You got over the huddle. You got over the long haul. You jumped over it, but now you just have to work on getting yourself back together, which is a hard process and a hard thing that we have to do because of the fact that most of us can't believe it happened to us. But let me tell you something. If you watch that movie, it is some parts in that movie that it happened to you. Something in that movie happened to you. If you're a victim of any type of toxicity or a toxic relationship, whether it's with your parents, whether it's with your children, whether something in that movie happened to you, and that's why I said good for them that they got to this point because it is yeah exactly, Christina. Some of the stuff you still she said still in disbelief, to be honest, that it happened to you. So you sit around and you say, wow, like this happened to me. Like what made me, what made me, but like I tell y'all all the time, we different and they come for our energy. And it's just bad that we had to go through it, but look at us, we made it. We're not like Keisha. We did not just
Right.
give up. We
Right.
didn't give up. We're fighting to the end. and
Right.
and this was such a powerful movie, and I hope that it goes further, and I hope that they do another one, but this time um saying how you can just how you can go forward after being abused, after sexual abuse, after physical and mental abuse, how you can move forward after your father molesting you, how you can move forward after, it's so many things in that, which is so powerful. Christina said, Lord help me, but it's not enough that we got a DV felony. No, yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I mean it's very powerful. It's a very powerful movie. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the warning one more time. If you are not healed, do not watch this movie.
Yeah.
Do not watch this movie. It's only thing it's going to do is make you depressed. So I just think that don't watch it. But if you are healed, I think you can learn a lot from it, and you can also say, I'm just glad that I got to
Make
this stage. Yeah, I made it. Kanita J says, Shelly, every time something you forge and someone woman for someone would say something that remind you or more sick things they had done. Yeah. Because when you look at the movie, you start thinking like, wow, I remember he said so and so, or she said so and so, or wow, I remember, he hit me for something that stupid, just like that. Or, it was just a lot of stuff that was just triggering. But I have to look back. And once I look back over my life, I start thinking that sometimes you have to go through some stuff to get to where you're supposed to be, where God is sending us. So we made it past that. We jumped over that hurdle, and now it's time for us to go complete. That's why I say I get tired of talking about narcissism all the time. Everybody's not a narcissist. So
okay.
I get tired of talking about it all the time. However, sometimes I like to talk about it, and sometimes I like to talk about healing from it, because the healing from it is the hardest part. See, once you in it, you thought that was hard. Hey, Nancy Franklin. Oh my goodness, I ain't seen you in so long. Once you start, you think that you're in it, and you think that's the hard part, honey. No, the healing from it is the hardest part. That's the hardest part, to be able to come home and you alone, to sit up in a house and you don't have no companionship, to
Yeah.
be able to love on yourself and do things by yourself. That's hard. It's hard, but we all have to learn that, and that's a good thing. I mean, like I said, it's the first time And probably in my life, I haven't had a boyfriend because it was no thing. I get rid of 100 child. I done had another one. Forgot
Okay.
all about that one. I'm like, who? Who was that? I mean, so I dated him, and then you'd be like, ew, what was wrong with me? Why did I date him? So, you just go get another one. But this is the first time I've ever been single, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And I don't sleep around. I don't jump in anybody's bed because I had to realize that my body is a temple, and everything that I went through and with God cleaning me out, it's nowhere in the world I'm giving this body to anybody.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not giving this body to anybody. So,
Right.
like I said, I'm not feeling 100 today. I'm very nauseated. So, yeah. Christina say not even a dog. No, not even a dog
The
says.
dog.
But when you go through so much, and when you go through, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. If you'd have been with a narcissist and you have not healed, and I want everybody to, if you don't agree with me, say why. If you've been with a narcissist and you have not taken time to heal, you gonna get another one. Am I telling you the truth?
That makes sense.
You gonna keep getting them. You're
That
gonna
makes
keep getting them until you get the one that's gonna continuously bang you upside your head.
that makes sense.
Let your body, mind, and soul heal. Because these people, let me tell you something. They are the worst. Thank you, Christina. They are the worst. They're the worst. They have more girlfriends. I don't nobody want nobody. Let me tell you something. It's so too much out here for me to have you as a boyfriend, and you got Jane and Carl, and you sleeping around with all Keisha, Marie. You sleeping with all these people, and all y'all come and get in the bed with me. Because that's all it is. All those spirits get up in the bed with you. I can't do that no more. I'm not doing it no more. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm. I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse to. I refuse to. And like I said, I went through too much for this body.
But how do you feel? You
I
feel
feel
good?
good. I feel good. Besides for my not feeling well because I'm healing from the
Right, right.
chemo. But
But
other than that, I feel good. And you know what it is? I don't think and I just told somebody this actually. No, trust and believe, taking healing seriously now. Yes, you gotta take it seriously. I do believe that it's going to be very hard for me when God sends me my kingdom spouse because I sleep in the middle of the bed. I caught myself. I sleep on the other end. I sleep sideways. I mean, I'll be all over the bed. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I like this because the narcissist always slept in a slant.
so you
So
only had a
you
bed.
up in the corner like this because they hog the bed up.
Oh,
Nancy Franklin says, concentrate on your desires, your hobbies, great friends, good nutrition, and
I,
the Lord.
yeah, I like that. Focus on you. Learn.
Focus on
Oh,
you. And
yeah.
you know what else? If you don't, I don't know if y'all have TikTok, but if you it's a girl on TikTok. I'm trying to get her on this show because she's speaking it. When I say she is spitting it, she said when she was with the narcissist, and she's a beautiful girl. When she was with the narcissist, she always was the one working. She was always the one out here hustling and doing whatever. He never do nothing. So she said that and if anybody saw this episode, if you want to see it, I'll send it to you. She said, it took for him to really take me down before I could really get back up and say, wow, how much more can I do? So she has a good job, and now she says she haven't slept with anybody, she don't want to sleep with anybody, she's just into God and the things that she can change. But she said as soon as the reason she got rid of him was because trigger. And I inboxed her on this and said, woo girl, that was a trigger. So she said that the third time she took him back, he was like, babe, I want a car. She was like, okay, well, what kind of car you want? And he said, I want a Porsche truck. And she said, she said, okay. She went, she bought him a nice Porsche truck, and he wanted her to put it in his name. Trigger. So he wanted her to put it in his name. So she, that's my man. I ain't thinking of none of it. So, come to find out that this other woman was driving the truck or whatever. So she was like, "Why are you driving my man's truck?" And she was like, "This my man's truck." And she was like, "Well, how is it your man's truck when I paid for it?" And she said, "You ain't pay for this." And she pulled out the title. I mean, the thing that everything had his name on it. There wasn't no joint, nothing on it. And she said that he got away with the truck. Was nothing she could do. She said, "But let me tell you something, baby." She said 6 months after that, how God blessed me when I let him go. She said, "I'm riding around in a 2021 Rolls Royce. That thing is beautiful." She sits in the car, do her videos. If you ever been in a Rolls Royce, if you look up in the ceiling in a Rolls Royce, it look like a skylight. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And then she got the white pipe seats with the Rolls Royce symbol in it. And she said, "So ever since I left him, I have been coming up, coming up, coming up. God has been blessing me, blessing me, blessing me." Her business took off. So after she said, she sold the house that him and her was living in, and now she in a $700,000 house. Ain't nobody but her. She ain't got no kids. I ain't need that much house, but why not? That's what she said. Why not? There she go. You back, Pooh Bear? So she said, "I ain't need that much." It's what is her name? Anissa. Her name is Anissa. Wait a minute. And I want y'all to check her out on TikTok. But she's amazing. I'm trying to get her on the show. I hope she answers. I hope she answers. But her name is. I'm gonna put it in the. Oh, she's on now actually. Anissa Nicole, and she's awesome. She is awesome. She's been there. She's been through it. Hey, Max. She's been through it, and it's good to listen to people that have been through things like this. And when I listen to her story and how when she stopped messing around and sleeping around, how God continuously blessed her. Like, she always wanted a child, but she thanked God for not getting pregnant by him.
See?
He got 6 kids, 6 baby mamas.
Mm,
So, God was like, "Nah, that ain't what I want you to have." So
right.
as soon as she left him alone, that's when everything just started booming for her. Business went off, and I think she's either accountant or she's either accountant or some kind of tax something auditor or something. But she has a good career,
Mm.
and it just took everything out of her that he hurt her this way because she couldn't believe that she let him come back for 3 times. Let me see, Christina. Now that's where I was smart. I don't spend money unless I have a commitment. I know he thought I would though. Yeah, of course. They always think that. They always think that I'm gonna put her name in the chat. They always think that we gullible, but not no more. I can't remember her last name. It's Anissa.
On TikTok?
Yeah, it's Anissa. I don't want to hit it because she's gonna start talking. Wait a minute. I don't think alpha males are intimidated. Maybe the beta males. Heal. Okay. She on that there. She's talking about alpha males. All right. TikTok. I'm putting it in there. But she's awesome. And the way that I found her was because Sharon texted her to me one night. And I was like, "Oh, well, let me listen to this." And when I say that I put it in there. When I say that she hit everything on the head, I went back and looked at all her old videos. I was like, this girl is on it. She is on it. So hopefully TikTok, Christina, she's on TikTok. But hopefully she will respond to me because I would love to hear her whole story. I
Mm-hmm.
would love to hear her whole entire story on how did she get in so deep. And like she said, it didn't take but a couple of years, but a couple of years was too much. She had already spent so much money on him. So we always Christina said after he got arrested, I bought me a second car. He can stalk me on social media and be mad. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing, stalking you on social media. But but it's a blessing. And I am, when I said ecstatic about us being sisters and brothers and have gotten through what we have been through. Um if you can, and if your mind and if you think you can take it, watch the movie. I am going to, because then right after that movie, it was another movie, and I was like, oh my god, this one is just like that one. So
What
so
was
it
that?
was another, yeah, it was another movie on Tubi that was somewhat the same type of movie, and I was like, oh my god, this narcissist. It's like every movie was just narcissistic
Because
with the men and
a lot of people are at one point, you like you said, well, like I said, you didn't hear a lot about narcissism and narcissistic people and things like that, but now it's out. People are coming together to spread awareness to it, because a lot of people don't know that's what it is. They just sometimes, because I've heard people say, "Oh no, it's not that. He's just crazy," or he's just I don't know, they just make up excuses because they're not familiar with it. They don't know about it. So these support groups, these movies,
Mhm.
what you have going on with your YouTube channel, you're just bringing awareness, and a lot of people are waking up like ho ho ho. So that's what it is. This whole
Mhm.
time, I'm thinking he just a little retarded because whatever, and no, he really is a narcissist.
Mhm.
He
Personality disorder. Yep.
It's something bigger than what I thought, because you make jokes about stuff like that. Oh, he bipolar, or he got multiple personalities. No, that's a real thing.
Right.
People are
Right.
really like men who wake up one way and then the next day this way, and they're doing so. It's just bringing it's being brought to the light. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of different movies about stuff like that because it's coming to the light now. A lot of people weren't aware of it.
Christina said, "Oh my God, I am so grateful for my fellow survivors, Miss A, Kanita, Chelly, Hario, Telsha, Chico, Karen, etc. Blessings from above." Yeah, it was hard, but look at us now. Oh, we shining. We shining, honey. We shining, and that's the best part. That's the best part. Does anybody have any questions before we leave out so I can go and kind of lay down a little bit? I will be glad when this journey part is over with the
Well,
chemo coming out, because it is just,
it will
but
be
it's coming out. It's coming out. I can remember when I couldn't even sit this long without throwing up. So hey,
definitely good.
God is good. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. So definitely I am I'm just happy. One thing I'm happy to be here, because this year, like this time last year, I didn't think I was going to be here. I didn't think, I was so sick. I was so sick from the chemo, and then I was in the hospital for Christmas, and I was in the hospital for New Year's, and I just didn't think I was going to be here. So it is. I thank God. Not I'm about to get choked up.
Mm.
I thank God, not just for you guys as my family, and not just because, I mean, you guys sent me cards. I've never met you before in my life besides for YouTube. You guys sent me cards, you guys gave me phone calls, and I just feel like we're sisters and brothers, and that meant everything to me. So you're like my family, and you understand me. So when I say I'm having a bad day, you get it. You know I'm having a bad day about, because we ruminate, we think about them, sometimes we gonna think about, just think about it for the rest of our lives. We we're gonna be thinking about something that the Joker did, him or her. So it's always something, but we just have to thank God that we got out. And I just, like I said, I thank you, Nancy. I'm glad to be healthy. So I just thank God for you guys. I mean, I had cards coming in, coming in, coming in. So I just thank you guys. I thank y'all for your support. You never stopped coming. Even when I was sick, and I would find people to come on when I knew, I was so sick. And, I think Telsha, I think Hario, I think everybody that came on Healing Your Silence, that came on and did things for me last year when I was so sick. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I don't think my family thought I was gonna make it, because I was so ill. My organs was failing, and the chemo had me. I was just sick. So I thank God for being here, and I thank God for this opportunity. So I have to continuously do what God is telling me to do, and not only just preaching His word, but is to help you guys. So I thank y'all. I thank you guys for trusting in me and giving me a chance, one more chance with your life. Sometimes, a lot of you guys, I talk to on a regular basis. Y'all are text me and say, I'm not having a good day. And I'm like, well, what's going on? We get on the phone, we might laugh, we might cry, we might bash them a little bit, talk about how, ugly they are. They don't have no teeth now, half of them fat, out of shape, whatever. But I mean, we get on the phone and we have a good time and we end up laughing. So I do think that I love you guys more than you could possibly know. I do thank you guys. So it's a lot. I have been through a lot. Well, God cleaned me up, so I gotta give him all the praise, all the praise. And anybody have any questions before we head out, so I can drink me some Tylenol?
Not drink.
Yeah, girl. Y'all know. So for the ones that don't know, not only am I going through my little chemo coming out, and I'm still having my nauseator and all that stuff coming out, but the chemo made my teeth real loose. So they had to. I mean, when I eat or anything, my teeth would just wiggle. It was miserable. So they took all of my bottom teeth out, and they put in the screws so that I could get the implants. And when I say pain, breast cancer ain't had nothing on this pain. Nothing. Honey, it was the worst pain ever. At Christina, Christina said, Shelly, I will find you. I don't have your address or phone number, but I will find you because I want to send you. Okay, email me and I will give you my phone number and I will give you my PO box and that way you can. What was your question, Kanita J? I didn't see your question. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry. Not as much as I love you. What was your question, Kanita? So yeah, it's hard, honey. Let me tell you something. God, it's real. Jackie, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Um, no.
You sure?
Yeah.
So if you can, and if you think that you are healed enough to watch it, go watch the movie. Watch the movie. And then of course you can always email me, chattingwithshirley@gmail.com. I am going to put my phone number in here. Where's my phone number? 9988474. And you can text me, you can call me. Don't be calling me. I know some of y'all in California. Please don't be calling me in the middle of the night. Some of y'all in the UK, y'all be calling me. And I love y'all. I swear I do. I'll be like, what time is it? So yeah, just kind of think it out first. Or if I don't answer, or if I don't, then as soon as I get it, I will definitely respond. Um, but just know that I love you. Okay. I said that. Can y'all imagine life? A minute. Okay, I said that. Can y'all imagine life people had before social media and all this awareness of today? Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Christina. Jackie is amazing. Yes, she is. She is amazing. She is
I
amazing.
wish I could see your comment. I'm just like,
She's amazing. Jackie is. I was like, Jackie, I think I want to file a police report. She was like, okay, cuz you
go,
sure?
cousin. All right, let's go.
And she said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." She went with me. I think I did. I have bruises on my face. I don't know, but anyway, she went with me.
Yeah.
I couldn't write because I was scared to death, so she wrote it for me and everything. So it was, and then boom, came back. So yeah, he came back. But in Virginia, if you're married, he can come back in 10 days. You can't put him out. So he came back.
He did. He showed back up.
Oh, Kanita J said Jackie was dropping them jeans. Yes, she is. She was dropping them tonight, wasn't she? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, my
And
cousin.
I'm so scared to come on. Listen.
Jackie actually is a narrator, but she don't ever be in the chat.
Okay, so let me explain why.
Yeah, let me get the water so I can hear this long story. Go
I,
ahead.
I go to bed at 8 o'clock because I have to be up at 4:15 to make it to work at 6:30.
Hmm?
So on Tuesdays, while you are here, I am asleep. But today I said, you know what? I went to bed early yesterday And I told myself, because I laid down and almost went to sleep. I
Let
did.
me tell you, I look, whoa. Ain't I'm not getting out of my bed at no 4 o'clock in the morning unless it's a sale
But
somewhere.
I have to, because if not, I have to go 32 minutes away. I have to get up in the morning, I have to sit on the side of the bed and I have to look around and I have to think. And I,
Yeah, for something in the morning.
yeah, because I got to prepare myself to deal with those people. You don't know what I go through.
I don't know because my people don't talk. I love my business.
Well, okay.
They don't bother me. I can see them at 4 o'clock in the morning because they don't talk to me. They don't bother me.
Some of those people to you then, because they,
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I kind of like my dead folk. They don't bother me at all. But
I didn't.
face blue smiling, face blue smiling, face blue. Oh, that's because the way you got it. Okay. But anyway, look, I want God to continuously bless you guys. I want God to. I love you so much, Letice Hartman. I want God to just shower you with his love and his blessings. And I want God to watch over you tonight as you sleep and slumber. And may he be with you. Not just tonight and tomorrow, but for the upcoming, for the battle of what we have been through. May he pull you out stronger and make you stronger for what you have. I can't even be serious because y'all dying in here. No, it's not Black Friday, it's Cyber Monday, right? Jackie up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She ain't buying no TVs.
I know I was trying to make it to Honeywell now. I got to listen, y'all don't understand what I go through with them.
We don't want to know at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing that we need to
Oh,
discuss
y'all,
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
can we start a chat for like when I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Because I really want to talk to y'all.
Let me do it again.
I want to be able to talk to y'all. And who's up at 4?
Nobody.
Nobody, just me.
4 o'clock in the morning is what? 1 o'clock in the morning in LA. So no, they not up. Yeah, short-term goals. Short-term goals. Yes, Nancy. It is good to see you, Nancy Franklin. Oh, I missed you. I missed you. But look, I want y'all to have a wonderful night. I'm going to take my medicine. I'm going to lay down. Oh, honey, Christina, girl, you gonna have to text me. I shop all the time on TikTok.
Oh God.
TikTok is better than Temu. And anybody, I got this sweater from Temu, and it is bad. You hear me?
I was
But honey, TikTok got some bad stuff on it, and it's cheap, just like Temu. It's cheap, so y'all gotta get with it. Y'all gotta. So, but see, I have to get cheap stuff because my weight. I love you too, Anthony Anderson. My weight is going still continuously going down. So I don't want to buy expensive stuff. I just want to get like little $5 here, $7 here stuff. Cause yeah,
what
it'll
is
probably come up.
that sweater is cute.
Temu, $7.44.
Mm. Mm.
And I had on green boots today.
Okay, so you were stylish today at work, huh?
Yes, I was styling
Oh, around the people that don't talk,
around the people that don't talk.
they don't
I
say
got
a word.
and my car even matched the outfit. My green car matched the outfit.
You got a green car? I didn't see your car.
Oh yeah, I got a new car. Hey, Burl.
Looking
How
up.
are you? All y'all late people. Hi, my Burl. Good to see you. Good to see you. They laughing at you, Jackie. But
What?
anyway, look, I love y'all. I am not going to keep y'all any longer because like I said, I don't feel too good.
And it's past my bedtime.
I bet. Let me give it one more time.
Listen, listen. I
But anyway, I want y'all to have a good night. I want y'all to have a good rest of the week. I always say, don't let nobody steal your joy. It's amazing. You've been through too much to be walking around with attitude about anything. Don't
absolutely.
if you got kids with a narcissist, get the kids' cell phone so they have to deal with them. So y'all have a wonderful night and just know that it gets better. It gets better. Look at us. Look at us. And I can remember me and Christina used to go through it in the huddle. So it's just good to see you, Christina, because we used to go through it in the huddle. Yeah, she'd be like, I went back. I'd be like, that's okay. So yeah, so we family.
Is she from Virginia?
No,
Oh,
Christina, where are you? Are you LA? But yeah, it's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. We have people all over the place. But it's good to see y'all. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, I love you more. And I will see y'all on next Tuesday, God willing. Austin, what are you in Texas? I love Texas. Too hot, but I love it.
Texas hot. I want to go to Texas.
This is the time to go to Texas.
Really, because it's not too hot. I want to go to the Turkey Hut. Where is that? That's Dallas.
I don't know. I go to the Cowboy game. I'm not going.
Oh, oh, the Commanders played the Cowboys, and
They did?
no, I'm saying they are in January. I think January, February.
There ain't nobody wasting their money on that foolishness.
Oh, okay. So the chat is over.
Yeah, the chat is definitely over. I forgot you was a
Have a good night.
Commodores fan. You keep on listening to the Commodores because that's about the only thing y'all be doing is singing because y'all ain't playing no football.
Oh,
But anyway, I love y'all.
sassy.
Y'all have a good one.
Respectful.